Hey guys, Tossic here, and welcome back to the Moghouse. Now, I wanted to do something a little bit different today, and I wanted to run down my top 10 zone themes from Final Fantasy XI. These are specifically zone musics rather than the battle themes or the cutscene music, because there's just so much great music in this game that I didn't want to narrow myself to a top 10 where it could easily be a top 20, top 30, or top 50. It's just that good of a soundtrack. Now, I've not scripted this, so if it seems that it's a bit disjointed, I do apologise. I will try and fix it up in editing, but it might be a lot of work, so we will just get straight into it with number 10, which is Ronfaure. This is one of the most memorable themes for me. As soon as I zoned into Ronfaure for the first time, I fell in love with this piece of music. It's just fantastic. It's so memorable, and it's so simple as well. It builds off the same sort of motif idea of music that goes through, and I'm sort of humming it in my head now. It'll always remind me of that journey from Bastok through the Valcom Dunes to Ronfaure, then to Sandora. It's just always going to be there in my mind. I love this piece of music. And number 9, it's a little bit self-indulgent, but it is the Moghouse theme. Now, you could argue this isn't a zone, but kind of is, right? You zone into the Moghouse, and this music is just perfect. When you're not in battle, you're not engaged, or you're not going off doing missions, and you just come back and you need to chill out, zone into the Moghouse, and this beautiful acoustic guitar little riff kicks in. You've got your little spinning Moogle in front of you. It's just perfect. If you ever just want to chill out, just put this on your phone, headphones on, and just sit back, eyes closed, and this will just relax you. It's just a beautiful piece of music. Number 8, which I guess is kind of similar to the Moghouse, and you might argue that it's not a zone, but is the airship theme. So for the airship theme, it might be a bit surprising in that not many people remember it, because 90% of people used to get on an airship and then AFK for the whole journey. Which is fine, it makes complete sense. Nothing actually happens on that journey. But this music is just incredible. It kind of like, it just makes you feel happy. Number 7, Tulia, Sky. This is probably the level 75 music that a lot of people will either love or hate for different reasons, because most Link shells back in the 75 days, endgame was Sky and pretty much nothing else. Some did Sea, but Sky was like the main thing. And this music, I could literally do a note for note rendition just from memory, because I've heard it that often. And because I've heard it that often and I still love it, that's why it ranks in my top 10. Because some things die through repetition, this music doesn't. It's relaxing, it's calming, and it just reminds me of just such amazing memory up in Sky. Lol Genbu. Number 6, has to be Bastok. Has to be Bastok. Home Nation. As soon as I hear this, I am literally home. I feel that warm, cuddly feeling of a Galka cuddle when I hear this music. It's just home for me. I can't give it any more words than that. It's just home. Number 5, Selbina. This is basically Pirates of the Caribbean before Pirates of the Caribbean. It's just awesome. If you compare it to Mara on the other side of the port, Selbina is just 10 times better than Mara. Like the music, Mara is like relaxing and just dull, whereas Selbina, it's like this hustling, bustling little city, even though there's not really much going on there. But it's just beautiful. I mean, back in the day, Selbina was like a safe haven, because often I would zone in there because I was running away from goblins that I'd accidentally aggroed, or it's the place where you get your sub job as well if you're from the Sandoria or the Bastok side of the sea, and it's just a great little fun, like, piratey sort of jig to it. It's just fantastic. Number 4, and this could break what I specified earlier with not including battle themes, but I'm going to use Awakening, which is the theme from Dynamis Zarkabard. So you could technically say this is a battle theme tune or a battlefield theme tune, but I'm going to give it a pass and give it a zone theme, because it's not like you hear this anywhere else. It's very much specifically Zarkabard's Dynamis theme. So I'm gonna include it, and I'm gonna put it as high as number 4 because I just love this. It's got this sort of creepy, sort of echoey start to it, like these little snare drums in the background. It slowly builds into this sort of fast-paced, exciting battle music that you just gets you pumped. You are ready to sort of go into battle when you hear this music. Number 3, Gusterberg. If I ever want to fall asleep and I can't just drift off, I will put some headphones on and put Gusterberg on and just drift into this blissful sleep, because this music is just restful, peaceful, incredible. If you ever just want to relax, this is one I would recommend. Number 2 I would also recommend as well, just a bit of a spoiler alert, Sanctuary of zi'tah. But this is just, it's also a memory for me, because the Home Nation theme music is always going to be home, but the first zone that you go into once you exit, and that you spend days and weeks sort of leveling sort of 1 to 10, it's always that first zone outside of cities. So like Ronfair for Sandoria natives and Saruda Baruda for Windurst natives. Gusterberg is just outside of Bastok. You're there for ages, but it's just an incredible piece of music. And I love it. I mean, it's been my ringtone for a long time. It probably will return as my ringtone again soon. I highly recommend it, and I also recommend the piano version as well if you happen to check out the piano collections. Number 2, Sanctuary of zi'tah. Now, a lot of you might switch off the video because this isn't number 1, and for a lot of people it is number 1, and I understand why. I mean, it's my number 2. It's not like I've not included it in the top 10. It's so memorable, and it's just so like perfect for the area. It's got like sort of like relaxing but creepy sort of tone to it. It's just got this incredible like intro to it. It starts off very simple with the like acoustic guitar riff, and then you've got this like panpipe sort of flavour that just adds in, and it just builds up, and there's no beat to it, there's no drums, but it doesn't need them. It's just incredible. Number 1. Now, this will surprise a few of you, probably a lot of you, that I would include this in the top 10 and include it as my number 1. But this for me is my favourite piece of Final Fantasy music that's ever been, and it is Stargazing, which is the theme tune to Windurst S or Windurst in the Past. And a few of you have probably gone, what? Why? I just love it. It's the build. It's like starts off with these little subtle drums in the background, and then this very sort of simple little motif of music comes in, and it's almost the same the whole way through the music, but it builds and builds and builds, and you get this huge crescendo, and it almost brings me to tears every time I hear it. And that's not me overstating it. It's when it does that great build, and then it kicks in with like the main riff again, but it's like full of sound. It's just emotional. Like, this piece of music for me is just emotional, and if you haven't done them already, I highly recommend doing the Windurst S storyline with What's it basically called? Lecco. It's really, really good. Like the sort of spoiler alert, you know, the fake death scene at the end of it. It's like it really does hit you. Like if you take your time, like to appreciate the storyline, read all the text. I know it's a bit of a bore for some people, but I highly recommend that you take it all in and enjoy this beautiful little storyline. It's a side quest, but it's really, really beautiful. I highly recommend it. Yeah, so that is my top 10. Number 1, Stargazing, Windless S. Absolutely love it. Let me know your guys' top 10 in the comments below, and be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you again. Bye.